Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ancient Roman Trading Secrets with General Romulus. That's me, Romulus. This show is brought to you by Backpack Trader. Our goal is to help you become the best version of the backpack trader you can possibly become. And what does that even mean, backpack trader? No, it doesn't mean putting on a backpack. Goodness, that's not what we're talking about here, although you can do that. We're talking about financial freedom. We're talking about having the freedom to do what you want, when you want, where you want. Exactly. And trading can supplement that lifestyle, whether it means you're still working full time. You want to do some trading on the side. You want to travel with a backpack? Maybe. On a boat? Sure. To a beach? Whatever. We can help you do that. Spend a little bit of time trading and a lot of time doing the other things that you love to do. I love operating my business, my trading educational business. I love my trading. I do them both. I also travel a whole bunch. As a matter of fact, I was just talking with one of my Centurions shortly ago about a trip here coming up in a bit to the beach. Again, right after Labor Day, I like to go and hit the beach after Labor Day because the beaches that I go to, more East Coast, tend to be a little bit quiet. Still some people, but not as jammed up as this time of year, mid-July, mid-August. A lot of vacationers still on the beaches out in those places. So I go there a little bit after and enjoy a little bit of a quieter time, but still great. A lot of sun, a lot of fun, and perhaps a hurricane can roll through and get your old buddy Romulus some surf that I so desperately seek and desire. I was talking with one of my Centurions yesterday, and he said that before he met me, we'd known each other maybe a year and a half or so. Before he met me, before he started learning and working with me, he said he'd be driving around town in the middle of the workday, a Wednesday, doing his job, which requires him to cruise around sometimes. And he'd go past a golf course and he'd wonder, so wait a minute, how can those people out there, how can they play golf on a Wednesday? Shouldn't they be working like me? Then he told me yesterday that he was playing golf a couple of weeks ago on a work day. I said, hold on a minute. He said, yeah, some of the stuff is starting to sink in. Yeah, starting to sink in. So a little bit of balance to life. And in the middle of his golfing outing, he had a tough time concentrating because a couple of stocks that we have been talking about and reviewing lately, like this one, had been popping. There's a couple of reasons why these were brought to our attention. SoFi, Rocket, Carvana, these three stocks, I've talked about them extensively over the last couple of months. And the reason being because they were all three had two very common characteristics. And we will talk about those in just a moment. By the way, all three stocks experienced massive runs from their June and July lows. We'll talk about that in just a minute. This Saturday, by the way, at 11 a.m. Eastern, my partner Troy and I, the head backpacker, we are going to be hosting a 4-hour event. In here, we're going to be discussing the value and importance of having a trade plan, getting organized. Have you ever heard this little tidbit, this little secret? Doesn't matter what your strategy, tactic, or theory or analysis method is with the markets. Without quality money management techniques, well, you might as well throw it all away. So come on, join us this Saturday. Click the link that you see right below. We would love to have you come with us. All right, so for the first time in a couple of days, really maybe even longer, markets are reacting to the short-term overbought conditions and situations that we've been talking about lately. Over the last, about a week or so, we've been discussing these short-term overbought situations in here. You combine that with a little bit of slight bearish divergences going on in some of the more speculative areas of the market, not the Dow and the S&P, but more NASDAQ small cap stuff, plus running into 200-day moving average, running into the 200-day moving average on the S&P, turning back. So you have a combination of factors that was brewing for a situation like this, and now we have it. So can it turn around and go instantly higher? Look, the markets got to a point, not only were they overbought on a short-term basis, but also on an intermediate-term basis. They can go a little bit higher, but for the next probably 4 weeks to 8 week period of time, most of the juice, the good quality juice, has been squeezed out of the rally. Doesn't mean the rally's all the way over. Doesn't mean that we're not in a bull market. A little bit of a confusing time because there were no bullish divergences of note into these June lows. There was only one bullish divergence on the major important intermediate term indicators, only one bullish divergence into this low. So it would be highly unusual to see a new bull market get started from conditions like this. However, the rally from mid-June until today, until a few days ago, has been accompanied by a good breadth thrust. And these are terms that we will teach you on Saturday if you join us for our webinar. So it was accompanied by a good breadth thrust. If you don't know what that is, again, you should come to our webinar on Saturday. And that built up enough momentum that could carry things for a bit here, okay, without doubt. The meme stock trading crowd kind of get fired up in here with this Bed Bath & Beyond. The move has not been anywhere near like a GameStop, which went from $5 and $10 a share to almost $400 in a few weeks. This has gone from 5 to just under 30 or so in about the same time frame. So not nearly the same level of craziness as the GameStop, but the meme stock crowd is out there, the Reddit crowd involved in this type of a thing. There's no edge in a stock like this right now, but there could be edges developing in other highly shorted stocks over time. The shorts that are in this one in Bed Bath & Beyond, the institutional shorts, they're looking for a complete bankruptcy on this, but maybe not next week, next month, or even next quarter. It could be over the next 12 months. This is a very poorly run company. It's kind of a dumpster fire, actually, so it wouldn't surprise me. Also wouldn't surprise me with a management change that they instituted a couple of months ago, a new CEO. Perhaps that could give new life to the company and it could go get their act back together. Either way, though, right now it's just a trading frenzy, both up and down, because of the highly shorted position that the stock carries. Again, live event this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. It's going to be 4 hours. You will be very, very excited to join us. I know you will come out a better trader and investor of the other side of this session. So join us, click the link below, come on board. You will love it, I promise. Okay, what was I talking about with Carvana, Rocket, and SoFi? Why are these three stocks continuing to stay on our radar? What did they all have in common? Two major characteristics. First of all, they had heavy short positions in the companies. Let's show you that. Okay, SoFi, one stock that we had a big run on here recently. The short position of the company, 14% against the shares outstanding, 17% against the float, with just about a 6 short ratio. Good numbers. Okay, another one that we had some luck with here, Rocket Mortgage. Let's take a look at that one. Heavy short position, heavier than SoFi, 28%. Okay, 28%. The short ratio 11. That's huge. And Carvana, another one that we had luck with. I say luck, but that's not it, is it? Nope, no, it's not luck. Okay, Carvana, 26% against the shares outstanding, 44 against the float. Big. Short ratio kind of low. Like to see that above 4 or so, but still the stock did go from $20 in June to 55 where it was trading recently. So big run on that. That was one common characteristic with these three stocks. I said there were two traits. What's the other one? Well, I'll show you here. Okay. Open Insider, SoFi. Whoops. Let's go to Carvana. That's fine. All right. Heavy insider buying in Carvana dating back to early March. You see the chairman right here, chairman of the board, bought 5 million shares. His son, CEO, bought 2 million shares. This was back in April. Then heavy buying continued, and then the chairman bought another 2 million shares in June. Okay, last purchase here, 94,000 shares in the middle of June. Tremendous amount of insider buying going on over at Carvana. Now, how about SoFi? Okay, again, all three showing heavy short interest ratios. SoFi, a crazy amount of insider buying going on. This is the CEO, Anthony Noto, buying 15,000 shares to start in early March. And then every couple of days to every week, he just adds another 15, 20, 25,000 shares. His last purchase took place at the middle of June, 53,000 shares, bringing his holdings up to almost 6 million shares. The yellow sale here, that's an option expiration. There was an open market sale not long ago, about 2 weeks ago, by the investment group SoftBank. because they're desperate. They need money, and they had a big investment in SoFi. Okay, so that's why they sold their stock. But the CEO and other directors, corporate executives, insiders, buying like crazy in all three of these companies. Rocket specifically, you can see this one here. There was some recent buying, more recent than the other two companies going on. Let's take a look at Rocket as it pulls up. Yep, here it is. Well, the website seems to be having a problem. But anyway, lots of insider buying. You can check it out for yourself whenever this particular website starts to click over again. So heavy insider buying, lots of short interest ratio. Stocks in all three cases were hammered from their 2021 highs into the June lows, just creating a nice confluence of opportunity in all three of them. So that is what has attracted the Romulus Centurion Legion. Okay, how about you? You find any of the action like that lately? Hopefully you have. That is what I've got for today. Again, join us this Saturday. Click the link below. We'd love to have you. That's all for now.